You know, this whole time I didn't even have the volume on, so what's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all Friday doing? How is your Friday going? I know for the Roaring Kitty community, it's going pretty dang, pretty good. Roar to the moon, indeed. Roar to the moon, guys. We have moved up 85 position on CoinGecko since yesterday. I didn't even check. Let's take a look at this. That is awesome. Like, if we continue to keep this up, we are definitely going to crack top 1,000 crypto. And I think that is definitely going to be something to celebrate. Because keep in mind, we legit came from nowhere, like nothing, zero, zilch. And for us to be able to get all of this accomplished as a community is definitely a feat. I think some people might be buying the wrong roar because I seen the other roar started pumping a little bit, but it could be someone thinking like, sympathy. Let's see here. Wow, we are at 1,826. This is awesome, man. Like, hopefully everybody is starting to really see it. To really see what a community could do. Like, again, this is the same playbook from Shib. Shiba Inu. Same exact playbook. Because keep in mind, you got to realize Shiba Inu, it came from nothing. Just a few people, and they started working. And now you're seeing Shiba Inu for the behemoth that it is. So that's why, like, looking at our holder count, look at Shiba Inu 1.4 million holders, guys. What is, oh, this is on Shiba Swap. Let me find the one that's the oldest on chain, which would be Ethereum, I believe. Maybe it's this one, 4 years. Yeah, let's go with the 4 year one. Yo, I don't know what's going on. My bad, guys. I had how about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to clear my throat and I mute my mic. I guess I just forgot to unmute it again, my bad. So yeah, so what I was saying, I guess you guys didn't catch all of that. But what I was saying is like Shiba Inu, that's a CTO. And in a true CTO fashion, it's exhibiting the same pattern that you saw Turbo do. Um, Pop Cat did it. Now we're seeing it in Roaring Kitty. There's the pop, after the initial sell off. There's gonna always be sell offs. Like any crypto, it's not gonna go straight up. Like we're only in day one of our breakout, and we're holding above a five, guys. That is awesome. Like you don't, and I'm gonna get to that in just a few after I talk about this sheet right here. But you got this nice pop consolidation. It goes into a consolidation state. There it is right here. Then boom, like what like fashion of a CTO, consolidates again. Oh, went a little too fast. You get the pop followed by consolidation, right? Then boom, you get another pop. Then guess what else happened? More consolidation, sideways, boom. And after it breaks out from consolidation, you get you a pop. Here we go again. We got another consolidation, right? Consolidate, consolidate. Guess what else? Guess what you think is going to be the next thing that's going to happen once it passed consolidation? Oh, look what happened. It pops up. It pop, and you get this little mini consolidation followed by another leg up. Now Shiba Inu, since the last cycle, it's been on a massive, 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 massive consolidation, guys. And the longer an asset consolidate, the better it's gonna be for it in the long run. Because that means it gives enough people to be able to get out of the asset while new people constantly get into the asset. So this next cycle, guys, or this cycle that's coming up here, for Shiba Inu, I think it's gonna have breakout, a massive breakout, due to the fact of this long, long, long consolidation that it's been on. And now we even seen this little breakout of it. Boom. Because keep in mind, some of the people who bought Shib up in here that was bag holding, and this is why consolidation is good. It it forces the people who are bag holding, who are disgruntled, who are mad at the world that the asset is not pumping, to be able to buy. This is where you get they buy high, they're going to sell low. If it consolidate long enough, people are going to get out, and it's going to eliminate any resistance or most of the resistance that would have been over here had it tried to immediately have a pump. Because the longer it consolidate, more likely the longer these people are less interested in Shiba Inu. And guess what ended up happening? Guess what's gonna happen? You get this pop. Okay, consolidation. Of course, we're still technically in a bear cycle at around this time. Bitcoin was dumping, but now Shiba Inu is trying to revive. So all of this consolidation is going to help it have a huge, massive upward momentum. And when that happened, people who are holding bone leash, they're going to also reap the benefit of Shiba Inu going up. Now, when it comes to Roaring Kitty, again, it's following the same pattern. Like I guess I seen some people like in the comment, not in comment, but in the TG. You know, I guess somebody had sold like 800K worth of roar. Like it's gonna happen, guys. Like people are gonna sell, and when they sell, you just gotta chuck it up. Like okay, you know, they got in, they made a profit. Of course, we all know who are long term. Like looking at this, because again, Bitcoin still haven't even passed its all time high yet. So really, technically, like the official kickoff for the bull run, like we're just seeing October. But keep in mind, after October is over with, we still have Bitcoin to pass its all time highs. And if that happened, you know, between now and the end of this month or even possibly in the month of November, this is going to kickstart everything. So anybody who is selling, like selling their assets on anything right now, they really don't understand like how the market is structured. You know, from the time of the Bitcoin halving, then the 6 months that I talked to you guys about, you know, well in advance. You just gotta, you know, be patient. Guess what ended up happening? You know, 6 months. This is when we're finally starting to see a nice push because the halving happened in April. 6 months put us into October. And now this is the time that we're really starting to see the market. And this is really like the beginning. Of course, I say the beginning happened once all-time highs is breached on the upside. But this is really the time where, like, oh, if I didn't have my bag anywhere else, like, I better make sure I get my bag and just lock in because the next 7, 8 months is going to be pretty life changing for a lot of people. And if you don't know the game of how crypto is operating, you're going to be selling, you know, a very good position that you're in for some measly, I would say, lunch money, you know, or vacation money, because some people are selling for like $5,000. I mean, you could get you a decent vacation with that. But for the people that's holding on and looking at this from the next 8, 9 months, this is really when you're going to start to see, you know, going in. Because think about this: 779 holders. Most projects, you know, from their launch, they have about over 1,000, 1,500, some 2,000. We only have 27 million roar that's available. 27 million roar. And if we are going to be growing at the rate that we're currently growing right now, you know, probably by the end of next month, um, we should definitely be over 1,000. So us being over 1,000, I mean, I get some people are gonna who hold like big bags, they're gonna sell, and that's gonna, you know, eventually put some more back into the market. But overall, though, adding another 6, 700, or even 1,000 more holders, it is gonna have a nice, uh, a nice shock to the price of Roy Kitty, because supply shock, you know, we got the supply here, but the shock comes in once we start seeing demand. And this is what thing, like I seen somebody made a comment about I seen somebody made a comment about our volume. Yes, our volume is low, right? The volume is low. I think what our volume for today is roughly $69,000. So that is, it's low in comparison to other projects that's doing like about 1 million. But the thing is, with volume, it can be very deceptive. The reason why it could be deceptive is because people do have, they hire market makers to be able to run and, you know, and create volume. So this is why you could see a token that have like 50 million or 20 million worth of volume, and the token is only trading above like a $15 million market cap. Like if you're seeing $20 million, guys, $20 million worth of volume, your token should not be trading in the 15 million, because based upon logical supply and demand, your market cap should be well above in the hundreds. Like if you take a look, when I seen somebody talk about Speedy, so I'm gonna get to some of these coins that you guys mentioned on here. Um, if you looked at the coin that Crash got into, um, what was it called? I don't know if anybody remember. It was the one on Tron. Let's see if I could just find the Tron network real quick for you guys. Tron. Did I miss Tron? All right, that's Tron. There's Tron. But the coin that he got in, it was Bull. There it is. It might. This might be the. I know there's like, yeah, this is it right here. Bull. The day that Bull went from a $1 million market cap on this day, like on that day, guys, it did. This came from a. Let me switch it to market cap. It went from a $2 million market cap, guys, all the way up to a, 200 million dollar market cap, and the volume that was produced on that day was 30 million dollars worth of volume. So 30 million, because again, he does have a huge following, so $30 million is definitely a realistic number as far as to be able to have. But look how far and how high this went, and it was just based upon volume. So when people say like, "Oh, your volume's low," but I don't think people really understand that what's happening with a lot of these other projects. A lot of these projects, they hire market. Like we even had an offer for a market maker did approach us, but they wanted us to pay like $5,000 a month for them to generate like volume for our project. But in the long run, you know what I mean? Like that's $5,000 a month just for you to just do buys and sells to show, essentially just manipulating it into thinking people thinking like, oh, they're doing a lot of volume, but really that's not the case. All right, let's take a look. The first one that popped in my view, and am going out of order, so and I'm gonna cycle back just to be able to see if I miss any. But someone talk about Speedy. Speedy. Now I did hear Speedy in a space. Did not look into it. Um, is this the one, the turtle on Ethereum, or are we looking at this 22 days old? I'm assuming this is this one. 22 days. It's at a $10 million market cap, up 37%. So this one, it's straight up action. It looks like it's about to break out. So what's the story with Speedy? Like, looking at the chart, it's like, wow, this, a meme coin that's taken off. Take a look at the bubble map. The bubble map. I guess my question would be like, what's going on with these wallets right here? Let's take a look at the. Yeah, it's definitely I mean it's been on a run. I'm sweet. So what's the story behind Speedy? Like what's the narrative? Is it on a couple of CEX? Look at the X account real quick. Speedy on ETH. Interest rate patient, special link. Crypto, yeah, this is the whatchamacallit that we were on. Crypto Empress. So that's the space that I heard Speedy on. Meme, it's memeable. Has a docs dev, great team, it has an amazing community. Keep the charter TG out for yourself. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, let's see, what's this? Speedy and the Speed Squad are happy to announce that we are blessed to donate 3,500 to the Tampa Bay Refugees.org. Okay, humanitarian work. You got an influencer covering it. From Zero to Hero on Spotify. I mean, I like the artworks and all this. Yeah, everything looks pretty clean with this. Only question is just like, what's going on with these wallets right here? Other than that, yeah, it's looking good. Like for me, you know, I'm very passive when it comes to investing. So if I try to buy it right now, I literally will feel like I'm buying the top. Like I don't try to buy high, hoping that it goes even higher. So I definitely would love to see, you know, a correction in order for me to get into an asset. But see, one thing about what I look at is, can an asset be pumpable? Like, does it have the pump factor? Like, if it has the pump factor, then because all assets are gonna correct, guys. Like it's inevitable. It's gonna correct. It's gonna go up, 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 followed by a correction. And after the correction is like, and this is one good example of it. One great example, and this is Hoppy. So this is one that I've been watching for the longest. Unfortunately, I did not get in. But I've been in their Telegram, and Speedy could very well do the same thing. Like, notice how, if you look at the chart, I mean, Speedy's on is a little bit more cleaner than this, but if you look at their chart right here, it's like anytime it corrects, it's followed by another follow through breakthrough, breakout, boom, boom. And really, like, charts like this is what you're supposed to eyeball. Like, oh, this is going up high. But the next thing you want to see, like, when it corrects, corrects, starts to consolidate, those are the asset that you would want to, you want to ape into. Your aping versus my aping is a little bit different, because mine's is like, when I say I'm aping into something, I'm talking about like $100, 200. Some people, they put like 10,000, dollars as far as into investment. But when it comes to meme coin, I just can't stomach it like that. But something like this, 100, $200, you know. But for me, I was waiting. I thought it was gonna get a little bit lower, but nope, it didn't, and boom, it broke all time highs again. Like, constant patterns like this, like if it breaks, if it goes up and it retraces, it breaks out, It goes like the patterns is gonna be it. This is why I like crypto because it's a lot easier. Like patterns are a lot easier to recognize in crypto. So, what is Speedy's pattern? So let's look at that. What is Speedy's pattern so far? Now, again, this is what 20 something days worth of work. So it is a little bit tough to be able to recognize a pattern within that small as far as a time frame. But so far, it's safe to say, and again, because it's not even a month old, it's coming on a month old. You can't you can't be overly confident in the pattern, but dip have a rip through. So this is still the rip through phase. So next time it dips, it could pose as a good entry. But for me, like trying to buy it now, like yeah, I am legitimately. I feel like I'm buying the top because this is how, like, for me, whenever it comes to investing, like I bought the top so many times, throughout my crypto journey. Like I'm scared of buying anything when it's green. But that's me. I missed a lot of opportunities because of that. But that's just me. Sup, dog? What are the exchange going to buy when they start listing us? There's hardly any circulation supply left on the market. That is true, and that's also the scary part when it comes to um yeah, that's also the crazy part when it comes to Roar, man. Like whenever we do get listings from these exchanges, if there's not that much token, it's gonna cause a huge spike. What they may try to do too is do like blocks of orders because they figure people are gonna sell, you know. So they may just spike the chart real fast, then let some people take some profit, let the chart come back down, then take another chunk because as soon as they start selling, it's going back into the liquidity pool. So if that happens, they're going to be able to scoop it up real low. So they're going to have to try to really, really try to figure that out. I see you, Ron. And is there a dev that holds much of the supply? Not sure if my comment disappeared. I can't see it, but I was asking, what do you think of gas station boner pill emu? Whoa, that's called gas station boner pill emu. Is the ticker gas or is that really a? Am I being trolled here? Is that really a token? Gas station boner pill emu. Yo, so this is actually a token. No way, this is crazy. All right, let's take a look at it. $227,000 market cap. Had a nice recent uh dump right here. So again, what's the story behind this one? Let's take a look at their bubble map. Yeesh. I ain't gonna lie, this looks bad, man. 44 hours ago. This does not look good. I mean, okay, let me not say this does not look good because this could very well be, at the center of it. Let's see. Because I don't know, man. I mean, it could be a marketing wallet. Is this the marketing wallet for them? Because with all this activity right here, because again, I can't for sure say, hey, this is, the developer or somebody. It could be their marketing wallet that people are transferring into. But if this is not the marketing wallet that this project is like either getting donations from, then what you have, and again, I have no clue about this project, but what you have is just like overhead pressure at any given moment. Because you have the number 4 wallet, number 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 24. These are the top wallets. And 48, 60, 65. All of these are all connected somehow or another. And this is why I say, like, if it's the marketing wallet, okay, then that makes sense. Because now you could have people donating into the wallet. But if this is not the marketing wallet, just in my opinion, I mean, of course, they do have good devs around, but I am a cynic. I don't believe in that. I can only believe based upon what the action is. Like, for me, I don't trust devs. I don't trust CEOs. I feel like they are going to be at their interests because again, I just seen too many, like too many bad devs, too many bad CEOs just take advantage of communities. So with something like that, I don't know, man. What else you guys got for me in today's breakfast AMA? How about OG Crazy Frog? The contract is renounced. LP is burned. I just updated the socials on Dex Tool. Okay. OG Crazy Frog. How crazy is the frog? OG. Um, OG Crazy Frog. Is it this one? 10 months? Crazy Frog? You talk about Turbo? Hey, I can. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anybody else before you. Speedy, already talked about that. It's the project that came out of Zach morning show. Oh. Well, I don't know, man. Again, like I said, there's good devs out there. So okay, so it is OG Crazy Frog. Let's take a look. Is this a CTO? A CTO. What do you think about Snake? I kind of I like and I even pull it up in just a few, but I like Snake. Random do another rich crack again. Let me see what you think. Is this a CTO OG Crazy Frog? I know you said you updated the social. Oh, I mean, what I mean, based upon the bubble map, for gas station, the bubble map it looked bad if if that's a marketing wallet. Now, if it's a marketing wallet and that's the reason why you're seeing all this different connection between that wallet and all these other top addresses, then that's okay. It's not bad. But if it's not the marketing wallet, and you know, I would need to know a better explanation of why all of these are transacting with each other. To me, that's a huge red flag, because now if I'm trying to sink money into it and it's trying to pump, like now I got to worry about wallet 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trying to dump, because if the guy have one bad day, he might be like, screw it all, let me just go ahead and dump, and now you just got rug. All right. So this is a CTO. See, one thing that I like about a CTO is, when did this happen? So this happened about 9 months ago, right? Roughly, yeah. Going on a year. So anytime that I see dumps, this is almost like the exit, the devs is exiting out of it. And from this stage, from April all the way up until now, this is what community building is going to be all about. So in order for this to be successful, which you guys are updating the socials, you're doing the right thing or heading to the right direction, it's community building. I mean, you got 2.73, 2,300 holders. So I'm just gonna say 2,400 holders. So reviving these 2,400 holders, or even getting new holders to be able to replace them, that's the task that's gonna be. But this right here, this is the textbook, um, CTO that could legit have a nice explosion, as long as everybody's working together. Because one thing about a CTO, so you are gonna need the participation of the community. So there's no way around that. But liquidity, $73,000, that's solid. Market cap, $184,000. That is very solid. And notice you're starting to see life. Boom. And this is what you want to see in a CTO. Like, can it zombie, Because keep in mind, projects like most CTOs, they're typically dead. And you want to see, can it zombie? So if it could zombie, of course you had this cell, and typically you still may have like some stragglers who just like are just done with the project. So anytime it bounced, they're just looking to dump. And that's the other obstacle that you have to be able to try to cipher out of the project. So all-time highs somewhere around like 4.2 million. So yeah, as long as you guys keep grinding, I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes on this one. As long as you guys keep grinding, show up every day, then yeah, you're gonna be able to cipher out some of these bag holders, some of these people who have like probably ill intention towards the project, or just have a sour taste in their mouth about the project. Just for them to be able to get out. But with this dump, if you guys can recover it, then it's off to the races for you guys. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. All right, somebody asked, did I talk about Turbo? Let's take a look what Turbo is doing right now. See, Turbo just had a breakout, right? And one thing about a breakout that I like to see, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Turbo did do it. Yep, there it is right here. It had a retracement. me change the color to red. All right. So turbo, this is the previous all-time highs, right? This is textbook breakout pattern. And this is what I hopefully could see for Roaring Kitty as well too. But and I talked about this on the live. You have this nice explosive green candle just towering over previous highs. Then following the breakout, you get some selling. Like this is super healthy, man. Super healthy. As long as it's able to, even if it dips below the breakout area, if it could, it could break below it for maybe a few days, 2, 3, 4 days, then afterwards reclaim it. And if that happens, this is just showing you that, okay, higher levels is coming, and it's gonna be coming real fast, because it's letting some of the people who just wanted to get out, some people who probably bought the top and just wanted to just, get out with a little higher than break even. So there's a lot of things that's happening, but it is also creating a new base. Like, I love seeing this in a pattern. Breakout, pull back, and it tested. Look how it tested, and you seen the buyers just step in. Like, this is textbook, man. Textbook. Like, it legitimately just hit that area, and you just had just a swarm of buyers just waiting to be able to just pounce. And now, either it breaks down a little bit below and consolidate a little bit under, then boom, off to the races. One Pepe did that. Let me show you Pepe's breakout, and this is how it went to the billions of dollars in market cap. Let me just show you, because I had this line, because I remember talking about it on the stream. Which breakout though? I want to say it was. All right, let's take a look here, because I actually did it twice on Pepe. Look, green candle, because this was prior. This was the all-time high right over here. Let me just lower this a little bit. Like, when it comes to just investing, guys, I am a patterns guy. Like, I love looking at patterns, because the patterns, they repeat themselves over and over and over and over. So if you know what pattern that you're looking for, and you'll be able to capitalize on a lot of these different plays. But notice the same thing. Breakout, nice strong candle. And for this one, it was a little bit different. It did try to retrace. It didn't even come down, because a lot of buyers just stepped in. So it may not have been. It probably was this breakout right here. There it is right here. You see this? It had a nice break. This is because then at this point in time, this was the all-time highs, right? So you get this nice strong candle, and it continued to keep going, but it was met with resistance. It broke back down, this previous all-time highs. But look how it was though. Consolidated, broke back, got back under, and this is the consolidation part right here. Maybe it's not it. Hold on. There was this, maybe it wasn't Pepe. Was it not Pepe? I thought it was Pepe. But or maybe it was this part. Well, either or, this is that's what I typically want to see on a breakout. Like, it breaks past it, come back down, consolidate, either hold it, or even if it gets below it, but quickly be able to get right back above it to be able to have another leg up. So turbo right now, it is on fire. It's definitely gonna be worth like 20 billion. All right, look at sneak. What chain is sneak on? I don't think it's on Ethereum, right? Should be on let me find that comment on Cardano. Cardano. You have to do deck screener to be able to get Cardano. All right, there it is. So it's a year and 5 months. All right, year and 5 months. And the reason why that matters is due to the fact that, and this is the reason why I didn't. Is this it though? Because the one that I had seen, it was different as far as the chart part. 6 months. Maybe I was looking at the wrong one. So currently, right now, I don't think this is it because it said liquidity of 19K. I'm not seeing the one that you're talking about because yeah, this one says $19,000 worth of liquidity. 78 million dollar market cap, and all the other one, the liquidity on it is it's like non-existent. So I may have to just floor that one for right now. Random, do another check on Rich Quack again. Rich Quack. Rich Quack. Said the turbo coin like to drop a bit lower. Oh, this one, yeah. Yeah, for me, like tell you man, like I for me investing into BNB chain tokens, I just my experience with them has just been it's just been bad. So any BNB token, and that was a rule that I made for myself going into this cycle. If it's on BNB, I'm gonna avoid it. Yeah, so for me, just because it's on BNB, it's just a automatic avoid. So deflationary token with the 5% automatic LP, 5% feature, we're back. This is like last full mega jackpot rifle. See those type of themes, I think it's been done. Like people now are not really getting. I mean, it could change because things could be cyclical. So, but I'm not seeing, as of right now, the market in itself is not going for taxes. All right. Because people are seeing and this is the mindset that I'm thinking that people are looking at. Like, so if I invest 5%, I mean, if I purchase this token and I have to pay a 5% tax, in order for me to be able to make money on this token, it has to go at least 11% in order for me to make some money off of it. Because 5% is to sell, so I'm down 10%. Like, before, people was thinking about passive income and all this and that, but the longer and longer you are in a team ran token, um, your likelihood, I mean, again, I'm just only talking about based upon my experience, your odds of making money, it goes down. Check out Vanta. Vanta. This is on Soul. I'm assuming the one with the most liquidity, 88K. Market cap 269,000. Like, I could get with something like this, like just strictly off of chart first look. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty cool. Now you gotta it at support over here. Say roughly that's support. Look at the bubble map. Bubble map does not look bad at all. This was over 2 weeks ago. Who is this huge joint right here? Who is this that hold 30%? That's a lot. So yeah, that would be my first question. Like, who owns 30% of the supply and why? At first, it was looking like, oh, it looks pretty cool, but that one, I think Bow. Now, if the Chinese meta come back, I think it would definitely be one of the ones that start pumping. But I think because I am in their Telegram, I just don't think that it's been a CTO long enough. Because again, this right here, like on all of this, you got to keep in mind this is huge volume. So if it starts to pump again, I mean, depending if all of this was fake volume. If it was fake volume, then really you don't have nothing to worry about. But if it's actually like real volume that took place over here, and what I mean by fake volume, I'm talking about like the bots and not actual people coming in, because the volume, think of it as it represent people who purchased this token at some point or another. I mean, it probably was fake because 4.7, well, I, I can't really call it. But that's one thing that I'm thinking about. Like, once this start to maybe trying to have like an inch up, are they going to start to slap the price back down? So I definitely would love to see, and this is why I'm in their Telegram. Like, I'm just waiting because I think the narrative is good. I think this could be a very, very good crypto. But is it gonna consolidate? Like, I need it to consolidate like a lot longer. to be able to cipher out some of these people that's stuck in here. Once they get out, selling over here, then I would feel very, very comfortable getting into a nice position on this. Because just because it has a dump, because most people think like, oh, it has a dump, like, oh, it's dead. Like, no, it just need time. And again, being in the Telegram, it definitely don't seem dead. Like the community is still there. Because keep in mind, same thing was with Turbo when it dumped at the very, very beginning. Roar is tearing it up. Hold on, let me pull it up in just a few. I'll just make this quick point right here and I'll get Roar pulled back up. Yeah, like if you look at Turbo from the very beginning, like after that initial, because it ran all the way to $100 million market cap, right? Boom, then it crashed. So really from June all the way to December, that's when it started seeing some life. So June, I mean, let's look at, so when was the crash? Crash took place in July. So if it follows the same, pattern as Turbo, then maybe you could see a spike in January maybe. But yeah, this is something that I'm very, very interested in because I think if, the meta, like Chinese meta really starts to kick back in, this I think it could 100% fly. So to me, I think this is a good one. All right, let's take a look at Roar. They say Roar is flying. Where is Roar at? Oh, y'all tricked me. Y'all tricked me. Roar actually been getting sales, and this is what I truly want to see. Like I want to see more and more people. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Who sold? They bought September 12th, right? September 12th. They bought at 0.20146. They sold September 29th. So initial investment was $661. And they just did, a little sell. So they bought here, sold here, and now they sold here. And they still have, I guess they still have some more tokens left. Let's see how much more do they have left. So they still have like 8.8 million token left. Like that's one thing about it. Like I want to see, because there's so many people just waiting on the sideline, like waiting for a nice dump on Roar. And I would like them to come into Roar. And the reason why I would like them to come into Roar, because now you have those early holders who had averages down here, they're out. And now we're getting new people coming in, and now they're going to have their averages starting to become up here. And if their average is up here, they're more likely going to wait for the price to go a lot higher. So it's going to establish a new floor for them. So when people say like, oh my God, somebody's dumping, I'm like, yes, sell. Like, preferably like sell when it's going down. Like, just keep selling. Because now the community, new people starts to come in. They're taking up their token. So now the token distribution is becoming more, um, not top heavy. It'll just be like more bottom heavy. What would the price be at $500 million market cap? It would be at 50 cents. 50 cents would be $500 market cap. Apu NFTs coming in 7 days. Looks interesting. Only on 4 exchanges so far and destroying. Thank you. What about Dragon Coin? Same thing with Dragon Coin as well too. I'm in their Telegram as well too, and I think they have a pretty good. I want to say last time I saw it, it was doing pretty good. Let me see. Or never mind. You said Dragon Coin. The other one that I was thinking about was Draggy. I think that's what it was. So Dragon Coin, that I don't know of it. So let me see. Is it that has the most liquidity? So let's take a look. 92,000 market cap, liquidity at 45K. So I'm assuming this is a CTO, especially by the way that this by the way that it dumped. May been flatline. Let's see how the bubble map looks. I don't look bad. Definitely don't look bad. So what's their plan? Like what are they looking to do? Only thing is they're not active on X. So since they're not active on X, then we're like, yeah. Because a lot of people go to X just to be able to see like, oh, what's the socials are doing. And if they're not active, it's like, are they really, is there really a community? Look at Hee Hee. Hee Hee. Is it this one, Hee Hee on Solana? Seem to pump often. Hee hee. Now this is not bad, and the reason why I say it's not bad, due to the fact that it is a pump. Because normally, whenever you see the pumps, have one big spike, death candle, dead. This looks like it's is very well still active. Take a look at the bubble map. So wallet number 1 and 2. Okay, so they sent funds to crypto.com. Okay. Is it listed on crypto.com? That's a good question. Is he listed on crypto.com? 15 million market cap. It's coming close to a support area. Oh, it is. Okay. No, this is definitely not bad at all then. Yeah. No, I actually like this one. From here, 150 million dollar market cap, and you get a 1.5 billion dollar market cap, and you got yourself a 100x. So this is, yeah, I actually like this one. I mean, I would love for it to actually just come all the way down here. That would be, the ideal situation. The ideal situation. Because you have a couple of tests before it had this pump. But if it could just go all the way, what market cap was it at that level there? That level, a $3 million market cap, $2 million market cap. I would love for it to get down to $2 million market cap because for one, it's listed on crypto.com and that's a big feat right there. Two, like the structure of the chart, it's very like this is textbook. Up move, down move, up move, down move. You got the consolidation followed by up move. So more likely what could happen, see a little bit more consolidation and boom, break, try to test all-time highs, then end up breaking all-time highs. This one looks very solid. I like it. Just off of just the chart. Bubble map looks good. Let's take a look at the socials. Cap metas, that's a thing. Active on social. Circulating supply 840 million. Nah, yeah, I like this one. I like hee. This one's a very solid one. Let me write down the ticker real quick. Hold on. Because for me, a lot of time when you guys bring me tickers, it's like out of sight, out of mind. If I don't write it down like close to my computer, then I will forget. Because I remember someone brought me a 100x play, and I really liked the crypto. Like after reviewing it, um, then during the stream, I somehow or another I forgot about it. Then a week later, they were like, "Yo, RA, did you get in?" I was like, "Nah, I forgot." Looked at the charts again. That thing did 100x. I was like, "Yo, you gotta be kidding me." So hold on for a second. I gotta get a pen just to write this down, or else I'm telling you, like out of sight, out of mind for me, man. Let me, you know what? I'll put it somewhere here on a web browser. Hee hee. All right. Roar would destroy Turbo. Just watch. Hey, all right. Look at Leroy Jenkins. Leroy. with two E's. Leroy. $11 months. I want to say Leroy is a CTO, if I'm not mistaken, right? So top was made back in June. So really from, I would say August. Well, not really from, yeah, about August. It's giving that flat line, then revive. It's starting to revive. Look at the bubble maps. Yeah, nothing crazy going on here. You just got the connection between, yeah, just got the connection between these right here. So wallet 347, and again, this could just be marketing wallet or some sort. Whenever you see it doesn't automatically just means, oh my god, because look at it. Like, let me zoom in. Notice you have it's coming into, so this could very well be a marketing wallet because you have funds coming into it versus if it was going out here, then out there, then out there, then it's like, what's really happening? Okay, so yep, so it is confirmed. Said our multi-sig wallet. So yeah, so nothing crazy is happening over here. I want to say what this is what is 12? I mean, let's get in behind the hood a little bit here. Oops. Okay, so this is the treasury. I was wondering what was the number, that had 12%. So that's the treasury. Overall, CTO, and this is what you want to see from any CTO. Like after it initially just shows it's dead, like can it zombie? Like are we gonna see a zombie effect? And right now, look, you got this little pop, consolidation, followed by another pop. So it does have the zombie effect. And one thing about cryptos that you see that it starts showing life, that's momentum that could be built off of it. So I like Leroy. I like Leroy. I don't know what's up with my display, guys. It's like the second time this happened, showing that my screen is black. Some reason it's I don't know what's going on. Like my, I want to say just the power just flickered in and out, and now it's messing with. Can you guys still hear me? Cause my screen is currently just black from what it's showing. Okay, now it should be good. Yeah, but some reason the lights just flickered in and out, and I didn't lose power. Here it goes. Yeah, so they're active on socials. Not too bad, not too bad. Somebody said they would hope Roar go from 5 to $10 million market cap. Thing is, again, with Roaring Kitty, it's gonna slow cook, guys. It is gonna slow cook until volume really starts to come into it. I'm talking about organic volume. Now we are seeing some nice volume, $79,000 worth of volume. So this is definitely something to work that we could work with. So keep in mind during a breakout, this is only day one. Like we are day one into the breakout. Like it doesn't like we're Roaring Kitty is it could teleport. Like let's say if Keith Gill comes out, like hey, I'm back, I'm blah blah blah. Of course, yeah. Volume is gonna rush in and people are gonna look at our chart because we have the best looking chart out of all the Roaring Kitties out there. So if you look at the other roar, this one right here. They have more holders, but our chart is better, market cap is better, and plus we're older. But you also got the one on Solana, which was the biggest one, and we flipped them because we are. And I don't think like we don't talk about this much, but we are the biggest Roaring Kitty on the blockchain. Not only are we first on the blockchain, but we are the biggest Roaring Kitty on the blockchain. Really, like it's essentially looked the same, right? Get this nice pump, then the devs, whoever got insiders, they become filthy rich and just destroys the community. And on this day, it did 43 guys, $43 million worth of volume. $43 million worth of volume. I don't think people realize like how much volume that is actually is. And it only went to and that's the sad part, guys. With 43 million worth dollars worth of volume, and maybe some of them was fake. It only went to $35 million worth market cap. If we organically, Roaring Kitty, if we organically get $43 million, even if we get half of that, get added onto our token into the liquidity pool. Because I really don't think people understand like what's really happening in the background based upon volume. Because if you do, you would understand at any given moment, Keith Gill could come back and start another frenzy, right? And for us to have, I'm just gonna just show you guys just the quick math. Right now we have 54 This is ETH. So we have 54 ETH. What's the price of ETH right now? Let's look at that. So 20, I'm gonna be generous and just say 27. 27. So this is how much is pulled into our liquidity pool. $147,000 worth of ETH. Now, if we see, heck, if we see 5 million, I'm not even gonna go off of the other Solanas. If we see $5 million worth of volume, and let's just say out of the 5 million worth of volume, let's just put, let's give or take a million of it is no, let's say 2 million of it is cells, right? So really leaving us with about $3 million. So the amount of ETH that would get pumped into our liquidity pool, because if ETH is at 2,700, this would add a total of 1,111 ETH into our liquidity pool. That's a lot of freaking ETH. 1,111 ETH getting added into our liquidity pool. And the way that the pricing for liquidity is calculated is based upon the dollar amount divided by the token that's available. And let's just say let me just see how much could that truly get us. And again, this is not a perfect science or anything like that. Um, but let's just take a look and see. I guess it's not gonna show on it. That sucks. Maybe it'll work going to their site directly. Let's see. And this is why, like, I really don't sleep that much at night, because of just knowing at any given moment Keith Kill could come out of nowhere. So that'll get them 26 million, guys. So 26 million. We're looking at 26 million roar getting swiped away out of the circulating supply. So it's a, and again, the price, this is not a perfect science. So it's not, they probably would, I mean, depending on the buy sell ratio, I mean, there's a whole bunch of other factors that go into it, but I'm just saying, if it was just a perfect world, somebody swiped in $2.94 million and they get 26 thousand. I'm sorry, 26 million roar. Currently, right now, we have 27 million available, right? So that would leave us somewhere around like 1 point something million roar available. Now, trust me, after somebody do the swipe, you're gonna see so many different sales on it, because the pricing. So hold on, let me 2.9. All right, so plus 54.48. So this is how much ETH that would be in the pool. Multiply it by the current price. Divided by the number of token that's currently there. And at that time, it would be like around like 1.7 million tokens that's in the liquidity pool. So the price of Roar would automatically be at $1.85. So this is the reason why a lot of time like I can't sleep at night, because it could happen legit at any moment. And again, it's not a perfect world, because I would, as as this is happening, as far as with the buys and sells is going to be throughout the day. Many people would sell before it would allow it to be able to get to that location, and that's just the nature of it. People, they're investing for themselves, and it is what it is. But yeah, $1.8 million. If we were able to get 1,111 ETH as far as buys coming into the liquidity pool. That fast, that quick. So when you see, and this is why I say like volume, it could be tricky. When people are seeing different tokens, they have like 15, 10 million, $5 million worth of volume, but they're not doing a thing because the volume is fake. Because keep in mind, with us, we see, look at the pool right now. We have $43,000 worth of buys with $35,000 worth of sell. So roughly, with us being up, what? The day started over. Well, I think we were up what, 17% or something like that, 15, 12%. Like this is almost a 10 million. I'm sorry, $10,000 difference. So $10,000 worth of ETH was now added to the liquidity pool, and hence why our price is where it's at. I probably do need to do that. Make sure I set, because look, imagine, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, and I feel like it's gonna happen real fast. Like I'm gonna be sleep, then I got all this missed notification like RA, roars at a billion. And I think the only true advantage of these like fake volume is on the trending site. Now we're pumping. Notice we're not popping up on hot pairs. The reason why we're not popping up on hot pairs is you need to at least have like you need to at least do $1 million worth of volume to be able to pop up on this. Or whenever you first got listed onto Dex Tools, you automatically get listed, on the hot pairs part. So some people do it, turn on the bot whenever they're pumping, so that way they could show. Then that way more people could be able to come into the token. I mean it. How much money before I stop making videos? I'm not gonna stop making videos. I'm just not gonna do it as frequently as I'm doing it now. And I think I definitely gotta be, it gotta be at least above 10 million. At least above 10 million. And I think this is gonna be the first cycle that I am really this prepared for. At least I'm hoping I'm prepared. Yeah, CTOs is it's safer, especially if you're a CEX centralized exchange. It's safer. You could control it more. Not only can you control it more, you're giving your audience, your user base, a token for them to be able to get into and get excited about. And with the excitement, that's gonna be bring it's gonna bring more people into your exchange because they're gonna tell their family like, "Yo, I just made X amount on this token right here." They're like, "Well, how can I get in?" I'm using Binance. Go ahead and get on Binance. And some of you guys that's in Roaring Kitty, y'all should show your family like how much you're up on in Roaring Kitty. Because again, if we could do that as far as just the community itself to grow, get our family, get our friends, that's not into crypto because they're gonna be long term holders because they don't know what's happening. Like some of the people who bought into Roaring Kitty, um, back in what, July, August. That's part of my family and friend. They never mentioned Roar when it was going down at all. But all of a sudden, for the past few days, I just been getting a whole bunch of different texts, different calls, and they're excited, you know. And I always tell them like I'm not gonna tell you when to sell. Um, but for me, this is a long term play, and I truly think that I could be able to make $10 million or more. I'm not gonna limit myself or more off of this play because I'm up with 60 something grand, guys. 60 something grand on this. Another 100x, heck, another 10x. I'm looking over $600,000. This token is only at a freaking five. Let me look at it. $5.24 million market cap. Like we're not talking about, and this is why I don't understand with some people. Like they'll sell Roar and they will buy a bigger market cap play. Like what are you looking to do? Just trying to double it? Because the higher the market cap it is, your multiplying effect that you're going to be able to get on these assets, it starts to go down. Like me trying to, and this is why Shiba Inu, even though Shiba Inu to this day, even still being out Roar, gave me the biggest gain that I ever had as far as in crypto. I'm not rushing to buy Shiba Inu. I'm not, I have a small bag in Shiba Inu as of right now. Because the market cap of Shiba Inu, like even look, even if it gets to like what people are saying, up Shiba is going to 100 million, sorry, $100 billion market cap. Market cap right now is what? Let's take a look at Sheep. What's the market cap? Like people are playing percentage gains with these higher cap And if you're going to play the percentage game, you need to sink in a lot more capital. Talking about like hundreds of thousands of dollars, so that way it could actually mean something. But then you're opening yourself to hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of losses as well too. So what's the market cap? So $11 million market cap, guys. Like if Shiba Inu goes to 11 billion market cap. If Shiba Inu goes to 100, actually it has to go to $111 billion in order for you to be able to at least do a 10x on Shib. Shib, in my opinion, is still a great asset, but if you're looking to try to make money, that ain't it. That is not it. And I even see like Crash, like he's pumping up what you call him. What's the token he's in? Damn, I forgot the token he's in. But yeah, he's talking about it's going to 20 billion. That's only a 20x. I mean, 20x is good. But the way that the market is structured right now, 20x is really not that much. Because every other asset right now that you're seeing is doing like 100x or more. It used to be like very few in between where you seen something goes 100x. Now we're in a, in this, and this is not even the full blown bull cycle yet. Like Roaring Kitty from, the time that I invested into it, I want to say like now it was close to like a 300x, and I still don't think that's enough. And that's why for me, I went in on Bone because Sheeb and Bone, they're gonna move. Sheeb starts to move, Bone is gonna move. Bone, it's $100 million market cap. 10x will put it at $1 billion market cap. So the likelihood of it Bone reaching $1 billion market cap is high. Likelihood of it reaching a $10 billion market cap is still high. But then you're talking about like making jumps because then yeah, it's people just gotta people definitely gotta just understand like what they're in. Like the influencers that's like pumping it like, oh, this is gonna go to what you call them. They have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested into them. So a 10x, a 20x off of their capital. Because I think what crashes up somewhere around like $7 million, right? If I'm not mistaken. So it does a 20x for him. That's $140 million. Like that's a that's a pretty good return. But for the average investor, if you're gonna sink in like $200 into it and it does a 20x, you're looking at $4,000. Like you're not getting more bang for your buck. Like making $4,000 again, that like I said, that's a decent vacation that you could use it on, but you have to come back for the next cycle. Or if you're looking to try to take that $4,000 and try to invest into something else, and this is where people really start to lose their shirt because they'll make money on the asset, take that money, thinking like, oh man, if I could just get another 20x, and that would put me at $80,000. But they try to invest into another project. Next thing you know, they rug them because now it's going into, oh, I'm trading. Or even if you try to spread that $4,000 across a couple different assets because people are trying to say like, oh, it's a numbers game. You're gonna get rug. Like, no, like that's low odds. Like the percentage that you're playing is very very low odds. It's now you're now it's not even investing anymore. You're strictly gambling. You're buying lottery tickets. You know, and that's what it's turned into. So definitely you could make a lot of money with these lower cap ones, especially if you're seeing, community behind it and it's showing you that okay, it could go up, it comes down. And this is exactly what Murad was saying. You know what I mean? Like and I've been saying the same thing for years now. Like he says, you want to see an asset have a 70% pullback, then after 70% pullback, can it surpasses all time highs again? And if that happens, that's more likely a good asset. All that is just this simple pattern, man. Like it's up, down, up, down. Like it just constantly break out. Thank you so much for all the information. No, not a problem at all. And just wait till all success stories start coming out. That's when the fun begins. Yeah. Oh, somebody actually reached out to me. One of the subs. He said he was actually one of the seven people who watched my video with Roaring Kitty when it first came out. Um, and keep in mind, like when I first did my first buy on Roaring Kitty, I only bought $100 worth. So at the 20, at the 20K market cap, I only, dropped $100. They dropped $300, because they it was that low. Because I end up getting more after a dip, but it was like at a higher price. I want to say it was probably like closer to like 100K with my second buy. But they got all of theirs filled when it was around like 24, 25, $26,000 market cap. Well, they told me that they're currently up like over 100K, over 100K on Roar, and they're planning on just holding it to being able to, get it into the billions. Like when they said that, I was like, yo, that is awesome. And that just goes to show you guys, like, again, this is how organic this was. Like I dropped the video, but they were able to get more than me. Right. So Beat Money said I was going through the list of token listed on Binance, and not every one of them get pumped like Nero. I wonder why. Yeah, it goes back to the CTO, man. Like a true CTO where the supply is just on the open. Same thing. I don't know if you guys were there, or even remember when Shiba Inu got listed on Binance. That thing pumped like crazy. Cause keep in mind, Shiba Inu CTO as well too. All the tokens in circulation. So in order for Binance to be able to get these tokens to put it onto their platform, they had to buy it on the open market, causing massive and massive amount of buys. And what just happened to Turbo? Same thing. Turbo stated that Binance ran out of tokens on their platform, and what caused this secondary surge, after their initial listing, was due to the fact that Binance had to go to the open market to buy more turbo. Like this surge right here, this was caused by Binance because they ran out of tokens. So with a token like Roaring Kitty, you know, whenever we start doing more in volume and really start pumping, this is when we're gonna see eyeballs on us from exchanges. Because keep in mind, with the other Roaring Kitty that did massive amount of volume, they did see some free listings. And even with them seeing those free listings, guys, they did not do a thing. Of course, the devs, they rugged them and stuff like that. And this is the position that we have that is greater than any other project out. Because again, our dev, whoever he was, they're long gone, guys. It's been over 2 years since they were in it. Like this is what happened. This is what happened on this was September 28, 2022. Huge surge, dev dump, boom. It became a CTO on October 20 October 2022. And from that CTO part, guys, it's just been dead. Nothing happened. You got this little peak, little spike right here, followed by, they sold, but flatline essentially. And what's interestingly enough, this was at like a $2,000 market cap, guys. $2,000. Keith Gill comes out. Boom, we get established as a CTO, and now the community is growing organically. I want to say if this is like right now, our holder count is at what, 781. So we're about 19 away from cracking 800. Like to most people looking at that, they're like, yo, that's not a lot. But for us coming, into this project, we roughly had like what, 100, maybe 100 holders. Somebody say baby. What is baby? Baby on Soul, baby on BNB, baby on ETH. Which baby? Which baby are we looking at? I told him he should have used that 1K to buy bone. Make way more sense to me. Who's told one of my friends to buy bone and he got shib instead. Oh, okay. He put 1K shib, then he told me when she gets to $1, he's a millionaire. Yeah, people don't understand that. Like yes, it could happen, but the likelihood of it happening during this cycle, I'm talking about this cycle right here, it's not very high. I have not. Have I been looking at any memes on Sui? I have not been looking at any memes on Sui. Um, for newer chains, I guess when I get onto the chain, sometimes I just feel lost. But any, first movers on those chains tend to be the way to go. Oh snap! I think the cult is starting. Let me pull up the TG guys. Hold on. I didn't realize somebody already got a shirt with a roaring kitty with the headband. Like when people see the red headband and also you have the roaring kitty shirt on, they're gonna ask questions. I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask questions. So this is awesome. Now talk about a good conversation starter. Now add a rocket ship, onto the shirt with a cat on there. People are gonna ask questions. I'm looking for the telegram, but I can't find it. Hold on, guys. Let me show you really quick. Let me just put it on the main screen real quick. Boom. People are going to ask questions like, what is this roar? This is fire, man. Big, big. This is fire. Like, this is how, I'm telling you, this is how a movement really starts. You go to an event, you put on a red headband, and you have on a Roaring Kitty shirt. People are going to ask questions. Now, we're going to get people in the Web 2 space asking questions, in real life asking questions. But that's fire. What I'm curious about is what 589 outlets in the world. How long would it take to burn sheep supply? 40 trees. I mean, something would have to happen. Guys, I could feel my energy starting to go down. I've been streaming for what, over 2 hours now. So before I call it, let me just take a look at X and see what's happening on X. I haven't been looking at X. The folks on X. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Really appreciate you guys showing up. Before you go ahead and just hit the like button. That way it could push this content out to more people. The more people that watch my videos, the more they're gonna be able to see Roaring Kitty. And this is an easy way to be able to leverage my platform so that way more eyeballs could be seen on Roar. But like always, leave a like, leave a comment, guys. Random Art signing off.